You are about to listen to a podcast of insanity at 107.7 The Current, a radio station that doesn't even exist, by Fireman CV, Cab 7, and yours truly, Green Bay Wacky. Now, just a reminder, a podcast is meant to be listened to. It's not a video to watch. If you love this insanity, tell us in the comments, I love your insanity. I want more. Find our playlists on our channels. They're labeled podcasts, something or another. There's some type of title attached to them. I don't know right off what they're called, but you can find them. Now, remember, it takes approximately 14 podcasts to hit your stride. That means you have to suffer through at least 10 more, plus watch the previous 4. And remember, this was recorded in the beautiful state of Wisconsin with microphones that actually kind of work. Get ready for insanity with Cab 7, Fireman CV, and yours truly, Green Bay Wacky. What it means to be friends. Listen now. And we are live at 107.7 The Current, where insanity knows no boundaries. Today, we have special guests in the studio, Cab 7 and Fireman CV, live. Well, not really live, on our podcast. Why, thank you. What an entrance. Cab 7 and Fireman CV, are you with me?
I'm here, Dave.
That was pretty weak. I think I'll go to Cab 7, the stronger, dominant personality here. Are you there?
I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm eating Jell-O pudding. I don't have a spoon, so I have to slurp it up.
Oh, my goodness. Couldn't you have... You knew you were scheduled to do the podcast today. Couldn't you have eaten before you came?
It's coincidental, dude. I am always hungry.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I think we have a treat for the viewing audience today. Well, the listening audience.
Wait a second. You got treats? What are you serving?
No,
no. We like treats. Treats are good.
No, well, treats are good.
I love treats.
Here's what I thought. Let's go a different route today. We're always kind of generally insane. What do you think about talking about friendship, the way we met and that kind of stuff?
What's this got to do with blowholes?
Nothing.
Oh, just checking.
Blowholes? What the heck is that?
You said that you were going to talk about blowholes before you started this podcast.
That's what I thought. That was my understanding.
That is a lie. That's a lie.
What does that have to do with friendship?
That's what I said we could talk about.
But I don't get
blowholes.
No, friendship. Not the friendship of blowholes, okay? You're out of your element. You're in an aquatic mode. Let's forget the aquatic mode. Friendship.
Not aquatic.
The ties that bind. The ties that bind.
Isn't that the name of a movie?
It's a song.
Oh.
Friends.
Well, it's an expression. I mean, maybe it's more than a song.
But I don't have friends unless I have money.
And you have no money.
That's why I don't have any friends.
I know.
Wait a minute. We're trying to uplift people here, not get depressed.
But we are uplifting people. Listen, he has no money. That's uplifting.
Right.
Oh my goodness, I need a drink.
I think that's uplifting, and that's a good note.
I think I need a drink.
No money, no friends, no
okay.
hassles.
How about friend? Okay, look.
No hassle.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'll lead us into this slowly, okay? It'll be like marriage, okay?
Please don't lead us into prayer. Please do not do that.
No.
Do we have to bring marriage? What's wrong? Why do we have to bring marriage into this? What's that got to do with friendship?
Marriage and prayer at that.
That's true. What does marriage have to do with friendship? That's another subject. Now, wait a minute. Friendship. Look. Okay, let's go back.
That's when your friendship ends, when you get married.
Cab 7, do you remember when we first met back in kindergarten? Yeah, you still sound the same. I remember you doing that in kindergarten with the cartons of milk. Do you remember our teacher? Do you remember Mrs. Wood?
Mrs. Wood. Remember how we used to make fun of her wood?
Well, that was kindergarten. I didn't know what wood was at the time.
And that little bit of spit used to come out of her mouth on the side when she'd talk.
Yes.
Wow, that's
dribbled down her chin just a little bit.
You do remember
She's the one that taught me to look at the Montgomery Ward catalogs and look at the summer section Trust me. Wow.
Those were the good days.
Oh my
They
goodness.
were. When you spend 15 minutes in the bathroom and a whole bunch of toilet paper. Oh, yeah.
She had
What?
more lipstick on her.
Wait, this is family friendly. Wait, you're off the rails already.
What?
Wait a minute, you're talking about, okay, look, I do remember the summer Montgomery Ward calendar, but I was looking at the wrenches. What?
Montgomery Ward put out a calendar?
You just said that. You were looking at it funny.
Catalog.
What kind of catalogs you looking at? Sears were the best ones.
Sears.
Well, Sears was competition, yes.
Wait a minute. What does this have to do with Mrs. Wood? Do you remember her?
Because she's the one that told me about my wood.
She's the one that spanked your ass.
I know. I
Yeah, but
know.
the thing is, he enjoyed it.
What? This was kindergarten. Okay, look.
No, wait. Before you keep going.
No.
I was so excited about when I got those spankings. When I was in woodworking shop, I told my instructor, I said, listen, we need to make a paddle that's going to turn me on so we can give it to Mrs. Wood.
This is off the... Okay.
And Cab 7 ate more glue because we told him it was tapioca pudding.
Okay, look, let's get more... let's get more conducive to ages here. Let's jump ahead to 6th grade. No, let's go 7th. Remember 7th?
7th what?
The teacher, remember, that smelled like cabbage?
Oh, my God.
You remember
But
her.
it was worth it because I was going through puberty.
Mrs. Anderson.
Oh, Mrs. Anderson.
Yes.
Wasn't she married to Bob Anderson?
Well, I don't know her husband. I mean, did you know her in a way that we didn't know of? Did you?
I
why
remember
do you think I got good grades all the time, dude?
Wasn't she the one where you could play connect the dot with her varicose veins?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
You know what? I think you're right, actually. Mrs. Anderson, who smelled like cabbage.
Yeah, but she was the one that always complained about her water retention. It's like you can't get water retention in your ass.
What?
Yeah, and I always wondered why she sat down kind of funny on the chair. She always went, ooh, when she sat down.
Exactly.
No, I put tacks on her chair. That's why she jumped up all the time.
Well, it was really odd that the janitor would have to come in and mop up all the water underneath her chair. What's going on there?
Oh, what?
You were the teacher's pet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you were. You were the teacher's pet.
Me?
Yeah.
Always bringing in fruit, leaving it on the desk.
Okay, I did. Okay, all right. I gave her an apple and some
Who would be
grapes.
the first person to ask a question? Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me.
But listen to what Cap 7 just said. Now we know. I couldn't figure it out. You were getting A+. How does what kind of a sick high school student gets an A+ rating all the time?
I wouldn't talk, Mr. Man. Listen, when you would come in with those sandwiches from that sub shop, and it always had extra mayo.
But you remember, we worked there. That was our first job.
That was a fun job.
Yeah, but listen, no one ever asked for extra mayo.
What, you're telling me I bribed the teacher with extra mayo?
She's the one that wanted it.
Remember?
I'm stunned. I'm speechless.
The truth comes out. Now you remember.
Okay, I do remember that. Okay, I don't want to bring up those childhood memories. I had zits all over my face. What could I do?
Those were not jets. You told us that they were spacecraft. And they landed on the moon.
Okay, I did tell you about the encounter I had with the UFO then. I admit it.
Yeah, AKA,
I was taken away by aliens. That actually happened.
Yeah, your favorite alien was.
You didn't
we
believe
remember
me.
the story.
You didn't. What? You didn't believe me.
No, how are we supposed to believe you? You're our friend.
I told you that I was taken away to planet Zorro, and you
were probed.
Yeah, I was probed. Yes, I was probed. And you
by a 12-inch sub sandwich.
You didn't believe
with
me.
extra mayo.
Yeah. Easy access is what you always believed in.
Oh my goodness. All right, look, let's switch gears here. This is like, okay, What about Sally Baker? Remember Sally Baker?
Sally Baker?
Yeah.
Was she the one with the boobs that went all the way to the floor?
Oh, she had the. Well, wait a minute. Wait. I can't. Sally Baker. Just. I think
She was the one that always complained of back pain.
Well, yeah. I think we all kind of.
Yeah, because she was slouched over because the boobs were close to hitting the floor.
Oh my. That's Sally Baker, all right. But
I don't feel sorry for her anymore.
no, guys. I hate to break this to you. Those weren't boobs. I mean,
what?
Well, they weren't.
No. Sally was actually, well, you know,
a guy.
No.
Well, we're talking about reliving our childhood here. I didn't want to break it to you, but I do remember Cab 7. You did date her.
That was supposed to be a secret. Sally said she wouldn't tell anyone.
Well, she told me.
Ew.
What did she tell you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Wow.
Green Bay Wacky, you opened up a can of frickin' worms. Now tell me what she said.
No.
I went with her
Did you
too.
talk about the crotch smell?
Well, let's just say, Mrs. Anderson was cabbage. Sally was sauerkraut. I'm sorry.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did a little bit of shredding, okay?
Yeah, the truth hurts. What about prom? Do you remember prom?
Yeah, I remember prom.
Oh, yeah.
I remember what you did to Mr. Anderson.
What?
Was that behind the curtain or behind the podium?
Wait a minute. You knew about that?
We knew about what you did to Bob Anderson.
Look, all I remember about prom, you showed up in a tux in a Yugo. You drove up in a Yugo, and you were so proud of it. A Yugo. A freaking Yugo. Are you kidding me?
Magnet. That was a chick magnet. He got all kinds of chicks that way.
It was a
But
freaking...
Wait a second. Green Bay Wacky, he took Bob Anderson to the side. I remember out of the sight of everyone else that was at the prom, and he proposed to him and said, "Can I test out your stick shift?"
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm going to break it to you, Cab 7. The Yugo was not a chick magnet.
He always had chicks in there that might have been ugly, but he had them.
They had mustaches. I'm like, a chick magnet. I mean,
he did better than us.
Those were like...
Listen, there was one girl that had a little bit of extra mustache on her. She was taking male hormones, okay? She was just testing out. She said it would make her more spicy.
Yeah, that's the one that you dated for a couple of years. She used to look the side of the windows when you were driving down the road and rock back and forth. I remember that one.
And I was always asking her, why do you always carry around a bottle of Windex?
And she had that retainer thing. It looked like she was a football player thing. Something for her teeth.
Wait a minute. Wait. I've got to cover my butt here. You just talked about window cleaner. The views expressed by Cab 7 on 107.7 The Current are not necessarily the views that are shared by 107.7 The Current. We definitely support window cleaners made by big conglomerate corporations. Please don't take Cab 7 if you're pregnant, might become pregnant, might be nursing, might be considering nursing, or generally just want clean windows with good products. Okay, I think we're covered. I think we got it. What the hell is that? What is that?
Which one?
Was that you, Fireman?
Mm-mm.
What was it?
My moist cookies I'm eating, maybe.
What moist cookies?
Oh, now you're getting moist.
Oh, yes.
I can see where this is going.
Wait a second. Hold on, just a cotton picking.
What? Can you say crickets? Look, am I gonna have to carry this podcast? How much? Look, I'm gonna find out how much did you guys get paid for this today?
Not enough.
Whatever it is, I'm gonna double it for you guys to leave.
Not enough.
Whatever it is, I'm gonna double it for you to leave.
As I said in the previous.
How can you double zero?
You didn't get any money?
No.
Bob! Station
Neither one of
manager.
us did.
Bob, what'd you pay these guys today? What? Son of a... Okay. All right. You got me. I'm stuck with you. He said... What? Wow.
This is good.
Oh yeah, yeah, good. I'm stuck on a podcast with someone that's making sounds that I have no idea what they are.
I'm eating chocolate pudding.
What is your obsession with chocolate pudding?
I can't help it.
Look, I remember when we did telemarketing. I do remember. Does this have something to do with the pudding that we sold? You remember that?
Telemarketing was fun.
6-packs.
It had a recall, but there was nothing wrong. I was trying to tell everyone, look, I'm eating it and I look just fine. Just because I've got 3 earlobes, don't let it affect you.
Now, wait a minute. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to divulge this to the audience. I'm going to get personal.
Yeah.
When we worked for that telemarketing company, 4 pallets of pudding went missing.
That had nothing to do with me.
No.
Mhm.
4 pallets. What is the expiration date on the pudding that you're eating today?
2014.
I don't believe you.
It's 2014.
I don't believe you. I think
How
you've
can
been.
you not believe me well, I can't see you, so how can I prove it to you?
No, I think you're hiding a pudding fetish.
I do have a pudding fetish. So that's not a secret anymore.
You admit it. You have a pudding fetish.
I have, yes.
Just like you had a mayonnaise fetish.
That's
Man,
what, man.
look, I was a Miracle Whip guy. Oh, wait a minute. Crap. I just said a name brand. The views expressed by Green Bay Wacky are not necessarily the views expressed by 107.7 The Current. 107.7 The Current definitely respects mayonnaise makers with large corporate names such as Miracle Whip. Don't take Cab 7 or Green Bay Wacky or anyone that talks like bad about spreads. I'm sorry. I got to cover my butt here on The Current. A lawsuit. I'm smelling it all over the place.
Speaking of smells,
Oh, not the cabbage again.
brings me back to my childhood years.
What happened?
Well, Miss Sauerkraut.
There is no Miss Sauerkraut.
That was her nickname.
No, that's what we used to call her. Don't you remember?
Oh, a nickname.
That was her nickname.
Oh, the nickname. Oh, yeah. I remember Miss Sauerkraut.
Miss Sauerkraut.
Oh, yeah.
She had more lipstick on her teeth than her lips.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And she had that one long piece of cabbage always stuck between her teeth.
I never told you. I used to talk to Sauerkraut on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
So that explains why you got good grades.
Yeah, well. Wait a minute. I'm drifting back in time here. This is not a good memory. I'm scarred for life.
No.
Wow.
That's the way. I like it.
Wow. You like 70s bands?
Well, I like Miss Sauerkraut.
You knew her.
When she walked around and had that long piece of sauerkraut, just that one piece, just like it.
Abba. What?
It just seemed like a
Spit it
turn
out.
on that.
No,
That
spit it
hair
out.
that came out of her mole like that.
The hair that came out of the mole, that was a dark mole. Trust me. I told her
Wait.
she needs to get checked up.
Wait a minute. I remember that mole. What came out of it?
So I wanted to lick it off her face.
It was a big long hair, about 2 inches long.
Oh my goodness. I didn't notice that. I do remember.
I went to school with an Apple lady, and I was going to propose to her right there.
I don't remember it that way. I put a hairnet over her face.
That's mean.
Well, no, I
That is mean. Really?
I did.
I used a bag.
I did. Oh,
Yeah, that's a little bit more proper. Thank
my
you.
goodness. Wow.
Your etiquette is just like way out there.
Oh my goodness. These wonderful memories of grade school and high school and
Putting
high
nets
school.
over her head.
I don't know. I think this is proof positive that we had a rough childhood.
We did. And physical education class didn't help either.
Not at all.
I mean, Cab 7 got winded just walking to the gym class.
I did.
Well, you were 865 pounds.
I lost 3 pounds of that. I'm proud of myself, okay?
That's after you went and pooped.
Okay, so I got an award at school. I make the largest poops in the toilet. Okay, I get it.
What? Okay, that's it. We're
Your
done.
nickname was Twinkie.
No, that's it. We're done. We're done. We are so done. You guys, this was supposed to be about friendship. We're talking about Twinkie poops. This is ridiculous. What do you think?
Twinkies are good. What do you have against Twinkies?
Well, nothing about Twinkies.
Twinkies are good.
But I want to
Take
talk
a
about
Twinkie and put some chocolate pudding over the top of it, and this is what it sounds like.
Oh my God. That's it. That's it. That's it.
That
We are
sounds like
we are
what I
so
did
done.
this morning.
That's it. We're done. We're done.
I did that this morning.
No, we're done. That's it. Twinkies, poop. This friendship. This was supposed to be about goodwill towards men. You know, friendship, fond memories. It's off the rails.
We were just talking about fond memories of Mrs. Sauerkraut, Miss Spaghetti Lady.
Yeah, but it evolved into something. It sinister, like the dark
We
side.
were talking about his Chickmobile.
Yeah. We're talking about the mole with the long hair sticking out of it.
Yeah, but now you're talking about Twinkies and poop, and it's off the rails. It's off
And
the rails.
moles. You can't forget about the mole.
I don't want to. You've scarred me for life emotionally. A mole with a big hair, a big
Come on. That didn't turn you on?
Are you crazy? Okay,
Trust me, I found out in seventh grade.
You are now sucking me into your insanity. That's what
You were there.
Yes, you were.
But we're on a podcast. I didn't want to talk about it.
Wait a second. You're the one that said we were going to talk about friendship.
No, yes.
And this has to do with us being friends back then.
Okay.
Yeah, because we all shared the same girl.
People want to hear this.
Right.
That's disgusting. We shared the same girl?
You knew that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You mean when I did and you also?
Yeah.
That's completely filled up.
Thank you for the warning on that.
She was like a library. She was open to the public.
You know, they say you take a part with you. That's
God forbid
disgusting.
if you're late with your book.
They say you take a part with you. That's disgusting.
You were the only one that got excited when she pulled the ruler out.
Okay, that's it. We're done. 107.7 The Current. This podcast is done. These guys are off the rails. Bob, next time you do this to me, you're fired. What do you mean I work for you? All right, fine. Fire me. All right, that's it. 107.7 The Current. We're done. We are done. We had our special guest, Cap 7 and Fireman CV. I just don't know. I'm speechless. Tune in for the next podcast and just hopefully I'll have some new guests.